All right, welcome back, Armchair Engineer 85. It's been a while since I've made a post, guys. Just wanted to make a video on a current project that I'm working on. It's a 2020 Renegade XRS 850. So when I bought this sled, it was involved in a collision. It was hit by a car. It was hit on this side right here. The gentleman that owned it, unfortunately, he broke his leg. But as far as the sled goes, it didn't bend the tunnel, it didn't bend the front none or anything like that. It was mostly just cosmetic pieces. So I'm kind of getting down to the very end of this project. I wish I would have made videos before when I got it, but I had a phone, I had no memory on it, and the camera was damaged, and that's kind of why I basically stopped making videos for so long. But I've got a new iPhone 16, and yeah, I'm back in action right now. So I'm going to resume making videos. So like I said here, it was hit on this side right here, and the upper A-arm was bent. This has aftermarket Elka shocks, and the aluminum body was snapped, but all the valving and the rod and everything was in good shape, and even the remote piggyback reservoir wasn't damaged at all either. So it was in great shape. The front spindle here, it was fine. The skis were fine. You can see a little bit of the scraping here on the door due to the accident, but the door wasn't bad either. This just isn't shut right now. That's why this was damaged down here, so I had to replace it. The only thing that was damaged on it was basically 2 of the 3 of these locking pins were snapped. So yeah, the oil reservoir was busted and destroyed, so I had to get a new one there. The vent system here for the secondary clutches, it was all broken. I'm currently waiting on parts for that. But yeah, so I've had to replace that. What else? A lot of the plastic locking pins, like you can see here for the door, this was broken, and it was broken on both sides. This one down here is still in good shape. This one was broke too, but this came on this piece replacement piece, so I ended up, it came with it, so that's nice. The big thing, unfortunately, I didn't notice till the end was that the secondary clutch here, this inner sheave is bent, and I will have to replace that, unfortunately. You really couldn't see it, especially like when it's, right now I have it at about 2 o'clock, but when it hung down lower, you couldn't see. It was only until I put the belt on that you saw that it basically, right here where it's bent in, that it beveled up, and then it was a dead giveaway. This is something I have to do, replace. So basically what happened, why that inner sheave, like I know a lot of people are going, well, how did the inner sheave bend but the outer sheave didn't bend when obviously it was hit by a car? Well, this piece down here, there's an aluminum piece, I don't know if you can see it back here, it's basically the jack shaft bearing housing. It's where it sits. It's a structural piece too, like it actually bolts to the engine. It was snapped right off. So my thinking is, when it got hit, it's just like aluminum. It snapped off and it's smashed in here somewhere, and that's what just gave it this slight little bend there. And yeah, that's what's going on there. Like I said, that aluminum piece down there, that was not friendly to replace. That was, I had to basically get pry bars underneath it to support the engine as I was unbolting it. Very tight. Obviously this clutch wasn't on, but very tight spaces dealing with it. Anyways, the other thing that had to be replaced, let's see if I can get this on down here. I had to do the chain case. Unfortunately, there's the jack shaft, obviously bolting into the chain case. When it hit, it ever so slightly bent this chain case. And like I said, once again, to the naked eye, it wasn't visible right off the bat. But once I got working on it, when I went to put the jack shaft back in, after I replaced this bearing holder here, I soon realized, this thing is like 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch out. I couldn't get it seated. So I got my, this is all new here. This was all smashed too. This is a replacement. It's even got the belt temperature sensor on it, which this model didn't actually come with, because this is from, yeah, 22 links. So I found a parts guy and sourced out a lot of parts. And I'll show you here kind of these were the old parts. You can see there's the damage of the A-arm. Look how twisted up that is. Like, that took a lot of the hit. Here is my chain case. I'll see if the side profile, maybe you can't really notice it, but this was the dead giveaway here, because you take this, you lay it flat. Yeah, like, look at that was the dead giveaway. Once I took it apart, like the rocking motion on it. So that's, like I said, just a slight little bend, but it was enough that I couldn't get the jack shaft in, so I was able to source out another one. Here is my bent, yeah, look how bent that is. That is my bent Elka aluminum body. Like I said, all the valving, everything was fine. The shim stack was fine. The remote reservoir was fine. I literally just had to replace this, which is great because Elka shocks are not cheap. There's the other piece there. Let's see what else I got. So yeah, the CDI box, it broke off one of the, yeah, right there, one of the little top terminals for the spark, CDI or ignition box, depending on what you like to call it. So I had to source out a new one. These were the brackets here for the secondary clutch housing guard. They were bent. I tried with heat to bend them back into place. This one really took a good hit, but it just, yeah, like it's all twisted up there. But no, it just wasn't happening. And they were pretty cheap. Like for both of them, it was like $50, so that's pretty fair. Here is this is the aluminum jack shaft bearing housing that I was telling you about. And like I said, it snapped off right here, and it was not fun to replace that. But I ended up, this is an expensive part. A lot of these can be expensive part. This one here, obviously any aluminum can be very expensive. So I was able to source that out and save, quite a bit of money on it. Let's see, I think that's just all regular scrap metal down there. Yeah, it's all scrap metal. So, like I said, I was able to find the inner sheath for the secondary clutch here. I paid about $150 for this. This is like $300, and just this inner sheath is $350 Canadian plus tax from the dealer. This whole clutch here is over, I think it's over like $600, maybe more, like well over $600 if you want the whole thing. Not including the jack shaft. So I'm trying to do this, on a budget. I don't want to, I got a good deal on the sled just for what it was. So anyways, I was able to source this out. It's the QRS inner sheave. So I'm going to go ahead and take the secondary clutch out. The jack shaft bearing is fine. This sled here, I should have told you guys, it has less than 2,000 kilometers on it. I'll give you a little look here. So there you go. Yeah, just under 2,000. Apparently the guy rode it for 2 years, and then he had his accident, and it sat in a warehouse on a skid for 2 years. So yeah, not very many miles on it. Has aftermarket Elka suspension, front and rear, all the way around. I added this LED light here. It didn't have that, but I added it because I really like it. My one over there has one, and I really do enjoy that. Aftermarket MBRP exhaust, which I do like, but I don't want to get fines from the cops. In fact, the gentleman that owned this before did say he got like a $150 ticket already for putting that on. I asked him if he had the stock exhaust. He said he didn't, which is unfortunate. There's another one of those broken little pieces, door pieces I was telling you about. The only other thing is up here, the gauge cluster. There's two. You can see here it floats. because there was 2 plastic pieces that connect into here, and they are unfortunately broken, so I'm gonna have to deal with that later. But for now, it works. Yeah, replace the chain case. It's all good. Trying to think anything else. So the rear of the sled was fine. It didn't come with a battery, so when I went to look at the sled, I actually did bring my battery, and we fired it up. I didn't want to start it because there was no oil. He said that there was enough oil in the engine. We could just start it up really quick and listen to it run. So it was kind of nice to do that, knowing, okay, I'm buying a collision damaged sled, but I do know in fact that it runs. So that's always a bonus. But anyways, YouTube, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. Oh, I got the front bumper too. I had to replace the front bumper. It was all smashed up. The grab bar here, this is the original. It was fine, which was nice. This front grille, it was fine. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the damage along there. Yeah, here's the old front bumper right here. And I removed the grill from it. The grill was fine. You can see all the oil from when the oil reservoir exploded. And there's obviously the side that got hit and all the damage, all the broken pieces. There's more of the oil remnants in it. Anyways, YouTube, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm up to. Like I said, I'm gonna get this thing up and going here. We're currently getting a lot of rain. We got a bunch of snow here in central Ontario, but now it's basically all gone. So I got a bit of time here, but I want to get this done. I want to get this done fairly quick. But I did take this out for a ride, even with the clutches here, and it vibrated at low speeds. And then once you got onto it, and obviously the secondary sheaves opened up, the belt seated properly, and then it ran actually smooth. It was just that little bit here where it was humped up at low speeds until these opened up, and it was, you know, just vibrating, not crazy, but just like you could just feel it, and then they opened up and boom, you were good. So looking forward to getting that replaced. So thank you guys for following along. Sorry for the hiatus. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe.